If you're over 50, here are 13 foods to boost blood flow to your legs and feet. If you've been experiencing tingling, numbness, or cold feet and legs as you've gotten older, you're not alone. These symptoms often point to one common issue that many people face after 50: reduced blood flow to our lower extremities. As we age, blood circulation can face several challenges. First, reduced nitric oxide production with age makes our blood vessels become less flexible, making it harder for blood to flow smoothly. Second, inflammation and oxidative stress can damage the delicate lining of our blood vessels. Third, plaque buildup, what doctors call atherosclerosis, can narrow these vessels, restricting blood flow especially to our legs and feet. Even more worrisome, poor blood flow can raise your risk of a stroke or heart attack. The good news is that nature has provided us with powerful foods that support healthy circulation, allowing oxygen and nutrients to reach our leg muscles and feet better. Some of those foods we'll discuss today can help our blood vessels relax and widen. Others are rich in antioxidants that protect our blood vessel lining from damage. What's particularly exciting about these foods is that they work synergistically. While each food has its unique benefits, combining them as part of your regular diet creates a comprehensive approach to vascular health. Now let's explore these 12 circulation-boosting foods. Before we dive in, please note, all the information in this video is created by real people, thoroughly fact-checked, unbiased, and reviewed by qualified professionals. 1. Natto. Let's start with one of the most powerful yet lesser-known foods for circulation: natto. This traditional Japanese food might look a bit unusual at first. It's made from fermented soybeans and has a sticky, stringy texture. But don't let its unique appearance deter you. Natto is a circulatory system superfood thanks to its high content of nattokinase, a potent enzyme that strongly supports dissolving blood clots. Simply put, nattokinase helps break down fibrin, a protein that can contribute to blood clot formation. This blood clot prevention property is especially beneficial for preventing deep vein thrombosis, or DVT for short, in the legs, a condition more common in those over 60. In recent years, nattokinase is being seen as a promising alternative to medications like TPA, which breaks down blood clots, aspirin, which prevents blood clots, warfarin, which is a blood thinner, statins, which lower cholesterol levels, and blood pressure medications. It's safe, affordable, easy to produce, and has long-lasting effects, making it a promising option for better artery and heart health. Additionally, the fermentation process to make natto creates vitamin K2, which helps keep calcium in your bones where it belongs, rather than in your arteries where it can cause problems. Plus, natto components like soy protein and isoflavones can help improve lipid profiles, reducing arterial stiffness and blood pressure. A study published in 2017 in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed Japanese adults aged 35 and older who regularly ate natto. Over 16 years, those who ate the most natto, meaning those in the highest quartile or in the top 25% of intake, had a 25% lower risk of death from cardiovascular disease, a 32% lower risk of death from ischemic strokes, and a 25% lower risk of death from all types of strokes. For optimal benefits, aim for about 2 to 3 servings of natto per week, with each serving being about 1/2 cup. Start with smaller amounts if you're new to it, maybe just a few tablespoons, and gradually increase as you get used to its unique taste and texture. The best time to eat natto is actually for breakfast, as traditionally done in Japan, but you can incorporate it into any meal. However, if you're on blood-thinning medications like warfarin, consult with your doctor before adding natto to your diet due to its high vitamin K content, which can interfere with such treatments. Also, those with soy allergies should avoid natto entirely. You'll find natto in Asian grocery stores, typically in the frozen or refrigerated section. Store it in your freezer until ready to use, then thaw in the refrigerator overnight. To make it more palatable if you're new to it, try mixing it with some mustard, chopped green onions, or a bit of soy sauce. You can serve it over warm rice, mix it into salads, or even blend it into smoothies. If you find natto's texture challenging, alternatives like other fermented soy products, such as tempeh or miso, can provide some benefits, though not quite as powerful for circulation. You might also consider nattokinase supplements, but always consult your doctor first. 2. Citrus fruits. Now let's talk about something more familiar and widely available: citrus fruits. Oranges, grapefruits, lemons, limes, and their relatives are like natural circulation boosters, packed with vitamin C and flavonoids that work wonders for your blood vessels. Vitamin C helps repair and strengthen the vessel walls by reducing harmful free radicals and preventing cell death. What's particularly interesting about citrus fruits is that they contain special flavonoids called hesperidin and naringenin, found especially in the white pith just under the skin. These compounds can help prevent atherosclerosis, a condition where plaque builds up in the arteries. This is crucial for maintaining good circulation as we age, as plaque restricts blood flow. Flavonoids from citrus also help reduce muscle fatigue and inflammation in your blood vessels, making it easier for blood to flow smoothly to your legs and feet. For those over 50, we recommend enjoying 1 to 2 servings of citrus fruits daily. A serving could be a medium orange, half a grapefruit, or 2 small mandarin oranges. If you're taking certain medications, especially statins, blood pressure medications, or immunosuppressants, check with your healthcare provider about grapefruit specifically, as the risk of interaction is high. Sour fruits like lemon and lime can erode tooth enamel, especially if you brush your teeth soon after eating them. Those with acid reflux might want to stick to less acidic options like mandarin oranges. When shopping for citrus fruits, look for ones with vibrant colors that feel heavy for their size. That's a sign they're juicy. Bring them to room temperature before eating to get the most juice and flavor. Don't throw away that white pith. It's packed with those beneficial flavonoids we talked about. You can enjoy citrus as a snack. Add segments to leafy green salads, squeeze or infuse them into water, or blend them into smoothies. They also pair well with fatty fish, enhancing the absorption of omega-3s. If fresh citrus fruits aren't your thing, kiwi fruit, pineapple, bell peppers, or strawberries are also excellent sources of vitamin C. 3. Berries and dark fruits. Berries and dark fruits are packed with powerful antioxidants called anthocyanins, which give them their deep colors and are particularly effective at improving blood flow to your extremities. Blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, black plums, pomegranate, and dark cherries are all stars in this category. Consuming anthocyanins regularly can help improve the health of blood vessel linings and improve their flexibility. These compounds also help prevent the oxidation of cholesterol, which can lead to plaque buildup in your arteries. Additionally, they help reduce inflammation throughout your circulatory system, making it easier for blood to flow freely to your legs and feet. For optimal benefits, aim for 1 to 1.5 cups of mixed berries daily. For frozen berries, keep them in the back of your freezer where the temperature is most stable. When using frozen berries, you don't need to thaw them completely for smoothies, but let them thaw partially for adding to cereals or yogurt. Don't wash them until you're ready to eat them, as moisture can speed up spoilage. These versatile fruits can be incorporated into your diet in many ways. Start your day with berries in your oatmeal or yogurt parfait, blend them into smoothies, or add them to salads for a burst of flavor. For a heart-healthy and circulation-friendly snack, pair them with dark chocolate or nuts like almonds. If you're taking blood thinners, maintain consistent portions rather than having large amounts occasionally. Those managing diabetes or kidney disease should moderate their intake due to the sugar or potassium content, and perhaps choose berries over sweet or dark fruits. Are you enjoying our video so far? If so, please give us some hints by dropping a like, and we'll make more content like this. 4. Beets and beet products. Beets are a natural source of nitrates, those compounds your body converts into nitric oxide to relax and widen blood vessels. By helping your blood vessels dilate, nitrates help improve blood flow and boost oxygen delivery, particularly to your legs and feet. What makes beets particularly valuable for those over 50 is their dual action benefit. Not only do they boost nitric oxide production, but they also contain betalains and saponins, compounds that help reduce inflammation in your blood vessels and protect them from damage. For optimal benefits, aim to include beets in your diet 3 to 4 times per week. This could be 1 medium-sized beet, a cup of beet juice, or a serving of fermented beets. If you're new to beets, start with smaller amounts and gradually increase to avoid digestive discomfort. Those with a history of kidney stones should consult their doctor, as beets are high in oxalates. Don't be alarmed if you notice pink-colored urine after eating beets. This is normal and harmless. However, since it's more common in people with iron deficiency or digestive issues, consider checking for these if your doctor recommends. Choose firm, smooth roots with crisp, vibrant leaves, if attached. Don't throw away those greens. They're rich in vitamins A, K, and C and can be prepared like other leafy greens. While many studies focus on beet juice, you can also eat them raw in salads, boiled, baked, turned into chips, dried, or pickled for year-round enjoyment. They pair nicely with citrus fruits, goat cheese, or walnuts. For cooking, roasting beets with olive oil and spices, blending them into soup or dips, or adding them to coleslaw are popular methods. Or else, try them juiced with apple and ginger, or ferment them for added probiotic benefits. Boiled and chilled with onions, they also make a refreshing dish. If you're not a fan of beets' earthy flavor, try fermented beet kvass or golden beets, which are milder, or consider beet powder supplements. You can also get similar nitrate benefits from arugula, chard, cabbage, radish, spinach, dill, or celery. 5. Leafy greens. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, Swiss chard, arugula, and collard greens are like nature's multivitamin for your blood vessels. These greens are not only particularly rich in nitrates, similar to beets, but they also provide a powerful combination of vitamins A, K, C, and E, along with minerals that support overall vascular health. The nitrates from leafy greens help dilate blood vessels, improving blood flow, while the antioxidants like polyphenols protect your blood vessel walls from long-term damage. Leafy vegetables also deliver fiber, which contributes to cholesterol management and overall heart and vascular health. The vitamin K leafy greens contain is particularly important for reducing inflammation, keeping your arteries flexible, and preventing calcium from building up in your blood vessel walls. For optimal benefits, aim for at least 2 to 3 servings daily, with each serving being about 2 cups raw or 1 cup cooked. If you're on blood thinners like warfarin, it's important to keep your intake consistent, rather than varying it significantly from day to day. Talk to your doctor about the right amount for you. Those prone to kidney stones might want to vary their greens and avoid high oxalate options like spinach and chard. When shopping for leafy greens, select crisp, vibrant leaves without any yellowing or wilting. Here's a storage tip that can make your greens last twice as long. Wash them thoroughly, dry them completely. A salad spinner works great. Then store them in a container or bag with a slightly damp paper towel. These versatile greens can be enjoyed in countless ways. Start your day with a handful in your smoothie. Sauté them with garlic and olive oil for a quick side dish. Toss them into your favorite soups and stews, or enjoy them raw in salads with other colorful veggies. For a nutrient boost, pair leafy greens with eggs or avocado. A pro tip: massaging tough greens like kale with a bit of olive oil and lemon juice makes them more tender and easier to digest. If fresh greens aren't available, frozen options can be just as nutritious, and they're perfect for smoothies or cooked dishes. 6. Dark chocolate. The health benefits of chocolate have been valued since ancient times, with the Maya calling it the food of the gods. But we're not talking about any chocolate here. We're specifically focusing on dark chocolate with at least 70% cocoa content, which is a powerful ally for your leg circulation. Its compounds called flavonols and theobromine can help improve blood flow throughout your body. The flavonols help your body produce nitric oxide, similar to active compounds from beets and leafy greens. The more nitric oxide your body produces, the more flexible and healthy your blood vessels become. In a 2024 study published in Scientific Reports, dark chocolate intake was linked to a 31% lower risk of venous thromboembolism, or VTEL for short, a condition where blood clots form in the veins. For those over 50, you can try a small portion of dark chocolate, about 1 to 1.5 ounces, or 30 to 40 grams, of dark chocolate daily. That's about 2 to 3 small squares. Moderation is key, especially if you're managing diabetes or weight concerns. Those watching their caffeine intake should enjoy it earlier in the day, as dark chocolate does contain small amounts of caffeine. Those with a history of kidney stones should also be cautious, as dark chocolate contains oxalates. Milk chocolate, which contains calcium, can help balance the oxalate in your body and reduce oxalate in your urine. But remember to watch the sugar content. When shopping for dark chocolate, check the ingredient list. Cocoa or cacao should be the first ingredient. Opt for chocolate with at least 70% cocoa content, minimal added sugar, and no hydrogenated oils. Here's a lesser-known tip. Good dark chocolate should snap cleanly when broken and have a glossy surface. Chocolate can easily absorb other flavors, so store it in a cool, dry place away from strong odors. To maximize the benefits, try to let chocolate melt slowly in your mouth rather than chewing it. This not only enhances the flavor, but also helps with better absorption of the beneficial compounds. Dark chocolate pairs nicely with berries, nuts, or orange segments, creating powerful antioxidant combinations and heart-healthy snacks. This sweet treat can be melted and drizzled over fresh fruits or stirred into a warm oat or quinoa breakfast. If you find dark chocolate too intense, start with 60% cocoa and gradually try darker varieties. Alternatives include cacao nibs, which are even richer in flavonols, or carob for those avoiding caffeine entirely. For those interested in the evidence, the studies supporting our claims are provided in the link in our description box. 7. Fatty fish. Fatty fish is actually one of the most important foods for blood flow, especially for those over 50 experiencing poor circulation in their legs and feet. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, and anchovies are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA. These essential fats are crucial for maintaining healthy blood flow to the extremities. Simply put, omega-3s promote blood vessel relaxation and make it easier for the heart to pump by stimulating nitric oxide release. They also keep your arteries healthy by reducing inflammation and make your blood less likely to form clots. Besides omega-3, fatty fish is a great source of selenium, which helps keep arteries healthy by reducing plaque buildup, stabilizing artery lesions, and improving blood vessel function. Additionally, fatty fish provides vitamin D and selenium, nutrients that further support vascular health. In a 2014 study published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, 554 adults were tested for vitamin D levels. Researchers found that vitamin D insufficiency was linked to poorer blood vessel function, including reduced artery dilation and increased stiffness. Aim for 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish per week, with each serving being about 3 to 6 ounces. If you're new to fatty fish, start with milder options like salmon before moving to stronger flavored varieties like mackerel. As omega-3s and selenium from fish can slow blood clotting, those on blood thinners should maintain consistent intake rather than having large amounts occasionally. If you have gout, discuss appropriate portions with your doctor, as some fatty fish are high in purines. When shopping for fresh fish, look for clear eyes, firm flesh, and a fresh, ocean-like smell. There should be no strong fishy odor. It's essential to choose sustainably sourced options to avoid exposure to high mercury levels. Store fish in the coldest part of your refrigerator and cook it within 2 days of purchase, or freeze it for longer storage. Thaw frozen fish gradually in the refrigerator rather than using quick thaw methods to maintain its texture and nutritional benefits. Fatty fish can be grilled, baked, or poached with simple seasonings like garlic, lemon, and herbs to support blood flow. It's delightful in a salad with leafy greens or as part of a fish taco with avocado and cabbage. For a plant-based alternative, try flax seeds or walnuts, which also contain omega-3s. 8. Garlic. Our next circulation booster is something you might already have in your kitchen. Garlic. Garlic has been used medicinally for thousands of years and is believed to be one of the best foods for preventing diseases, particularly heart and vessels issues. When you eat garlic, it releases something called hydrogen sulfide, which helps your blood vessels relax and widen. But that's not all. It actually prevents cholesterol from sticking to your artery walls in the first place. Garlic also helps lower total cholesterol, improve platelet function, and prevent platelet aggregation. Now, how much garlic should you eat? Aim for 2 to 4 fresh cloves daily. If the taste of fresh garlic is too strong for you, Try using garlic powder or garlic-infused olive oil for a more subtle flavor. Or else, you can consider garlic supplements with your doctor's advice. In a 2004 study published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry, blood flow in the calves was significantly increased after taking 600 milligrams of garlic tablets daily. In an older study, healthy volunteers took 900 milligrams of garlic powder, and 5 hours later, capillary blood flow in their skin increased by 55%. However, if you're on blood thinners like warfarin, have a bleeding disorder, or are scheduled for surgery, you'll want to talk to your doctor first, especially if you take garlic supplements. Also, if you have low blood pressure or acid reflux, you may need to lower the amount. A few case reports have highlighted potential side effects of garlic, including allergic dermatitis from raw garlic. What if your body can't handle garlic? You can try shallots, onions, celery, or chives instead. While they're not quite as powerful as garlic for your leg circulation, they still offer some benefits for your blood flow. Garlic works best when you eat it in the morning on an empty stomach, or you can spread it out with your main meals throughout the day. To get the most benefits, crush your garlic and let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes before cooking. This helps create more of the vessel-relaxing compound called allicin. Avoid storing garlic in the fridge, as it can sprout and lose its flavor. And if you're wondering what to eat with your garlic, it works great with olive oil, spinach, lemon, ginger, and pretty much any herbs you like. They are all good for your arteries' health. For a quick boost to your meals, try adding garlic to mashed potatoes, whole grain pasta dishes, or even smoothies. 9. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are packed with lycopene, an antioxidant that plays a crucial role in supporting vascular health and improving blood flow, especially to your legs and feet. Simply put, lycopene helps protect blood vessels from damage caused by oxidative stress and inflammation, which is also important for those over 50. It's also been shown to help lower blood pressure, reduce cholesterol, and fight artery damage. Plus, research shows that lycopene and other carotenoids from tomatoes help boost nitric oxide levels, further relaxing blood vessels. Tomatoes also provide potassium that helps regulate blood pressure. What's particularly fascinating about tomatoes is that they work better when they're cooked with healthy fat, like olive oil, avocados, or nuts. The lycopene becomes more bioavailable, meaning your body can absorb and use it more effectively. This is especially important for those over 50, as the absorption of nutrients can become less efficient with age. To reap the most benefits, aim to include tomatoes in your diet daily, about 1 to 2 servings, which could be a cup of tomato sauce, a medium fresh tomatoes, half a cup of cherry tomatoes, or a bowl of tomato soup. Those with acid reflux might want to start with smaller amounts or focus on less acidic varieties. Tomatoes with low acidity include varieties like Garlic Cartoffel Nige and Yellow Ruffles. If you have kidney stones, note that tomatoes contain some oxalates, so moderate your intake and pair tomatoes with calcium-rich foods. If you're allergic to tomatoes, red bell peppers or watermelon can be great substitutes, as they also contain lycopene. When shopping for tomatoes, look for ones that are deep in color and feel heavy for their size. Store them at room temperature, but refrigerate them if you have leftover cut pieces. Here's a little-known tip. Storing tomatoes stem side down can help them stay fresh longer. For cooking, both canned and fresh tomatoes are nice choices. In fact, canned tomatoes can have more available lycopene than fresh ones, but be mindful of the salt content. There are many ways to enjoy tomatoes. Simmer them into sauces, roast them with herbs, or blend them into smoothies, or slice them fresh in salads. Consider pairing tomatoes with olive oil and using them in dishes that support leg health, such as Mediterranean-style fish dishes or salads with circulation-boosting greens. If fresh tomatoes aren't your thing, consider sun-dried tomatoes, tomato paste, or even lycopene supplements after consulting with your doctor. 10. Nuts. Nuts such as almonds, walnuts, and pistachios are rich in healthy fats, fiber, L-arginine, vitamin E, minerals, and antioxidants that support blood vessel health and improve circulation, especially after age 50. The healthy fats and fiber from nuts help to reduce bad cholesterol levels and improve the function of good cholesterol, which is important for keeping arteries clear and blood flowing smoothly. Plus, nuts are a good source of L-arginine, which can help your body produce nitric oxide and reduce inflammation, similar to beets and dark chocolate. The vitamin E also acts as an antioxidant, protecting your blood vessels from damage, while minerals like magnesium help regulate blood pressure and support overall vessel function. Studies show that eating more nuts is linked to a 19% lower risk of disease related to heart and arteries. For those over 50, we recommend about 1 to 1.5 ounces of mixed nuts daily. That's about a small handful. Try having it as an afternoon snack, especially if you spend long periods sitting, to help maintain healthy blood flow to your legs. If you're watching your weight, don't worry too much. Despite being calorie-dense, nuts have been shown to help with weight management when eaten in moderation. Those with nut allergies should obviously avoid them. Look for alternatives like seeds, such as chia, flax, pumpkin, or sunflower seeds, or legumes that offer similar nutrients. Here's a shopping tip. Buy nuts in their raw form when possible, as roasted ones can sometimes be prepared with unhealthy oils or too much salt. Store them in an airtight container in the refrigerator or freezer to prevent their healthy fats from going rancid. A useful trick. You can rejuvenate slightly stale nuts by toasting them lightly in a dry pan or oven. Sprinkle them on your salad, morning cereal, or yogurt. Add them to salads for crunch, or enjoy them as a satisfying snack. They also go great in granola or as a topping for roasted vegetables. Plus, they pair nicely with fruits, especially berries and apples, and can be ground into pesto or sauces. 11. Root vegetables. Beyond beets, there's a whole world of circulation-boosting root vegetables to explore for older adults. Carrots, sweet potatoes, parsnips, and radishes are like underground treasure chests of nutrients that support healthy blood flow. These vegetables are rich in unique antioxidants that help maintain healthy blood pressure and support overall vascular function. What makes root vegetables particularly beneficial for those over 50 is their high content of soluble fiber, which helps manage cholesterol levels, and their rich supply of potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure. The carotenoids in orange and yellow root vegetables also act as antioxidants, protecting your blood vessels from damage while supporting overall cardiovascular health. For those over 50 who experience discomfort in their legs while walking, adding more root vegetables to their diet may help improve walking distance and reduce leg pain. Aim to include about 1 cup of cooked root vegetables several times a week. Since they're generally high in fiber, increase your intake gradually if you're not used to eating them regularly. Those watching their blood sugar should monitor their portions of starchier options like sweet potatoes or cooked carrots, and may want to focus more on less starchy choices like turnips and radishes. Plus, people with certain kidney conditions may need to monitor their potassium intake, so be sure to check with your doctor. When shopping for root vegetables, look for firm, unblemished specimens. Most root vegetables can be stored for weeks in a cool, dark place or in the refrigerator's crisper drawer. For longer storage time, remove any greens before storing, but don't throw them away. They're often edible and nutritious. And keep root vegetables in a paper bag with a few holes for air circulation. Root vegetables can be roasted, mashed, or used in stews and soups, and they make an excellent base for hearty, circulation-boosting meals. To combine root vegetables with other circulation-friendly foods, try a roasted sweet potato with garlic and a sprinkle of nuts, or a radish and walnut salad. If you need a substitute, consider using squash or pumpkin, which have similar texture and nutrients. 12. Hard cheeses. Aged cheeses like Parmesan, Cheddar, Swiss, and Gouda aren't just delicious. They're actually the richest source of vitamin K2 in the Western diet, which plays a crucial role in keeping your arteries clear and flexible. This vitamin helps to guide calcium to your bones where it belongs, rather than letting it settle in your arteries, especially leg arteries, where it can cause problems such as impaired circulation to the feet and legs. Since hard cheeses undergo a longer fermentation process, they accumulate more vitamin K. Better still, hard cheese is almost the only source of long-chain vitamin K2, MKs, the most effective form of vitamin K. Not only do hard cheeses provide vitamin K2, but they're also rich in calcium and high-quality protein, mainly casein, which are increasingly important as we age. The fermentation process these cheeses go through also makes them easier to digest than fresh dairy products, and they typically contain very little lactose. A 2023 review of 54 studies found that eating cheese is linked to an 8% lower risk of heart disease and a 7% lower risk of stroke. For those over 50, it's best to consume cheese in moderation, as it can be high in sodium. A small portion, such as 1 to 1.5 ounces, once or twice a week, is ideal. If you're watching your saturated fat or salt intake, you might want to stick to the lower end of this range. Those with high cholesterol should consult their doctor about appropriate portions. When shopping for hard cheeses, look for aged varieties. The longer the aging period, the higher the K2 content. Store them wrapped in cheese paper or wax paper, not plastic wrap, in your refrigerator's cheese drawer if you have one. It's best to keep it in an airtight container to prevent it from drying out. Let hard cheeses come to room temperature before serving to enhance their flavor and texture. Grating or slicing it right before use preserves its flavor and texture. Hard cheeses are perfect for adding to salads, pastas, morning omelet, or even sprinkled over roasted vegetables for a rich, savory touch. You can also enjoy them as part of a nutritious snack plate. They pair particularly well with other circulation-boosting foods like tomatoes, leafy greens, fruits, and nuts. If dairy isn't an option for you, fermented soy products like natto, which we discussed earlier, are excellent alternative sources of vitamin K2. 13. Sauerkraut. Let's finish our list with a fermented favorite, sauerkraut. This fermented cabbage dish is a circulatory system supporter packed with probiotics. While probiotics are known for gut health, they also help protect your blood vessels by strengthening your gut barrier, thus preventing harmful toxins from entering your bloodstream and causing inflammation in your blood vessels. In fact, imbalances in gut bacteria, or dysbiosis, have been linked to plaque buildup, high blood pressure, and even heart failure. Plus, the fermentation process creates more antioxidants that help reduce inflammation and support overall cardiovascular health. The high fiber content of cabbage also helps manage cholesterol levels, while the potassium supports healthy blood pressure and may help reduce muscle cramps, including leg cramps if you have potassium deficiency. For those over 50, a daily serving of raw, unpasteurized sauerkraut, about 2 to 3 tablespoons, can be a great addition to your diet. Start with smaller amounts if you're new to fermented foods, maybe just a teaspoon, and gradually increase as your digestive system adjusts. Those with high blood pressure should choose low-sodium varieties or rinse their sauerkraut before eating. If you're on medications that suppress your immune system, it's best to consult your doctor before incorporating fermented foods like sauerkraut into your routine. When shopping, look for raw, unpasteurized sauerkraut in the refrigerated section. This ensures you're getting the beneficial probiotics. The ingredient list should be simple: cabbage and salt, perhaps with some spices. Store it in the refrigerator, where it can last for several months. Always use a clean fork to remove sauerkraut from the jar to prevent contamination and maintain freshness. There are many ways to incorporate sauerkraut into your meals. Add it to sandwiches or whole grain bread, serve it alongside roasted vegetables or meats, mix it into salads, or enjoy it as a tangy side dish. It pairs particularly well with fatty fish, adding both flavor and helping with nutrient absorption. If you prefer a milder option, try other fermented vegetables like kimchi, fermented beets, or pickled cucumbers, which can provide similar benefits. Conclusion: there you have it, 13 powerful foods that can help boost circulation to your legs and feet. Remember, the key to seeing benefits is consistency and variety. Try to incorporate several of these foods into your daily routine and give your body time to respond to these natural circulation boosters. Start gradually, perhaps adding 1 or 2 new foods each week. Pay attention to how your body responds and adjust portions and combinations as needed. And of course, always consult with your doctor or dietitian, especially if you're on medications or have underlying health conditions. Our suggested 13 foods work best as part of an overall healthy lifestyle. Regular movement, even simple walking, helps stimulate blood flow. Staying well hydrated is crucial for maintaining good circulation. And if you're a smoker or alcoholic drinker, quitting is one of the best things you can do for your vascular health. Now, we want to send a big thank you to all our current subscribers and viewers. Your support inspires us to continue sharing valuable content. Hit the bell icon and turn on all notifications so you never miss a life-saving video. Your circulation and kidney health are more connected than you might think. In fact, poor circulation can be one of the first signs that your kidneys need attention. The sooner you spot kidney issues, the more you can do to keep things under control. If you're unsure about your kidney health and haven't been in a good shape recently, check out the video on the screen. Here, we cover all the possible symptoms, helping you spot kidney failure and take action effectively if needed. See you there, stay informed, stay healthy.